In a small Colorado town, Trevor dances with his girlfriend, Nina, in an abandoned warehouse, while his friend Kyle shares kisses with his fling of the day. Suddenly, Kyle coughs up blood, but the girl keeps kissing him. Disgusted, Trevor and Nina move to another room, where they notice something running in the shadows. Meanwhile, the town wakes up to find military forces blocking the roads and enforcing a 24-hour quarantine. Nobody can leave or enter, causing a traffic jam as frustrated residents argue with soldiers for answers. A desperate couple tries to leave with their sick son, hoping to reach a city hospital. Corporal Sarah persuades them to visit the local hospital, assuring them that Army specialists are treating the sick. Later, she asks Captain Rhodes if the specialist story is true, but he silences her, insisting she follow orders.
Corporal, your orders are to keep this shithole town. Now do it.
Yes, sir.
Before moving forward, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It will help us keep bringing your favorite movie recaps. At the radio station, a soldier monitors DJ Paul to ensure he broadcasts the necessary information to the public. Back at the warehouse, Trevor sees something in the shadows and jumps, but it's only Nina. He tells her it's time to leave, but then Kyle's nose starts bleeding. Kyle still asks his girlfriend to go home with him, but she worries he might be sick and decides to leave alone. Kyle drives off in Trevor's car while his girlfriend walks through the forest. Suddenly, she hears roaring. She tries to run, but the mysterious creature chases her. She trips, falls into the water, and the creature catches her, dragging her away to eat her. Later, a group of soldiers arrives at the roadblock. Salazar teases Sarah, but she shuts him down and assigns him work. She takes Crane with her to visit her childhood home. Inside, she finds her brother Trevor and Nina making out on the couch. Annoyed, she scolds them for ignoring her calls. They don't know about the quarantine, which makes Sarah even angrier because their mother needs constant care. Sarah rushes upstairs to check on her mom, Francine, who isn't feeling well. Francine insists it's just a cold, but Sarah insists on taking her to the hospital.
Mom, I'm taking you to the hospital, okay? Let's get you dressed.
Meanwhile, Nina notices missed messages from her dad. Trevor explains that Francine has been sick since the morning. Nina mentions Kyle's symptoms, and Trevor wants to check on him. Sarah tells Nina to stay home with Francine while she and Crane handle it. By nightfall, Sarah and Crane arrive at Kyle's house and find the door open. Inside, blood covers the rooms, but Kyle is nowhere to be found. Crane stands against the curtains when two bodies suddenly fall on him. They're Kyle's parents, who have been mauled. Sarah tries to call the police, but the phone doesn't work. On her way out, she uses the military radio to contact her captain. Rhodes explains they blocked all phone lines to control the situation and promises to send the police to Kyle's house. Afterward, Sarah picks up Francine, Trevor, and Nina to head to the hospital. During the ride, Francine's nose starts bleeding. When they arrive at the hospital, it's packed with patients showing the same symptoms. A nurse tells Sarah to wait in line like everyone else. Nina and Trevor visit Nina's father, who is also in the hospital. Meanwhile, Sarah notices Salazar and other soldiers guarding the hospital, making her realize this is serious and not just a routine exercise as they were told. Rhodes takes Sarah to meet Dr. Logan from the CDC. Logan asks if Kyle's parents have bite marks. Sarah confirms but doubts it was an animal since it couldn't have hidden the bodies behind the curtains.
Could it have been an animal attack?
If an animal can hide a body in a closet.
In the waiting room, Crane notices Francine and many other patients freezing and informs Sarah and Logan. At the same time, Nina's father experiences the same symptoms. A virus rapidly spreads through his body, transforming him into a zombie. He leaps off the bed and attacks his wife, biting her face. Meanwhile, at the power plant, two zombies attack a worker, pinning her against the fence and devouring her. The fence shakes, and falling blood causes a short circuit that sets both zombies on fire. As the plant's machinery fails, the town's lights start malfunctioning. Some zombies drive around recklessly, and their cars soon crash in the middle of the street, sending a body flying. At Kyle's house, 3 cops search the rooms and find a third body among the dead couple. It's Kyle, who has turned into a zombie. He leaps at the cops, trying to kill them despite their guns. At the radio station, Paul and a soldier hear screaming and look outside. They see zombies dragging humans away to feed. The soldier rushes outside to help, but gets ambushed and eaten by a group of zombies. Paul spots another zombie coming for him, so he locks himself inside the radio station. At the hospital, Backup generators restore power, just as the frozen people transform into zombies. They attack any humans nearby. Trevor and Nina flee Nina's father's room and watch in horror as a zombie crawls on the ceiling and jumps on a nurse. Other zombies notice them and give chase. The couple runs, throwing objects to slow the creatures. They escape through the back door, block it with a trash container, and climb a fence to avoid the zombies outside. Inside the hospital, chaos reigns. Blood spills everywhere as zombies overwhelm the remaining humans. Rhodes runs down an empty corridor and blocks the door to keep the zombies out. Sarah finds him and asks about her mother, but they realize they can't find her now. Rhodes opens another door to search for an exit, but zombies pour out. He pushes a few away, but the creatures overwhelm him, and he gets captured and devoured. Sarah, Logan, and Crane see this and run to another corridor, finding an empty room to hide in. Logan shoves Crane to go in first, causing him to drop the car keys. A zombie spots Crane on the floor and lunges at him, but Sarah pulls him into the room just in time and locks the door. Crane, furious, pushes Logan for shoving him, but Logan pretends not to understand. Sarah and Crane block the door with furniture and look out the window, realizing zombies have overrun the parking lot too. Crane doesn't have a gun, and Sarah's is empty, so she suggests making Molotov cocktails to distract the zombies and escape in a car. Since Crane dropped her car keys, Sarah decides they need to find Rhodes' keys to escape in his car. Meanwhile, Travis and Nina run through the forest, passing dozens of dead bodies. One body suddenly snaps at them, but collapses again. The couple reaches downtown and finds a massacre there as well. They spot someone sane inside a radio station and wait for the main street to clear before running to the door. They pound on it, drawing a zombie's attention. The zombie charges toward them, but Paul opens the door just in time and pulls them inside. Paul leads them to the main room, where they find the couple from the beginning. The couple reveals their son is dead. Suddenly, the wife starts coughing, but insists it's just a cold she caught earlier. Paul coughs too, leaving Nina unsure if she can trust them. Trevor quickly uses the radio equipment to send a message warning people to avoid the hospital and revealing their location. This message plays on a car radio, where Francine, now a zombie, hears it. Meanwhile, Sarah and Craig crawl into the vents, moving as fast as they can to escape the zombies, trying to reach them through the grills. They eventually find a room with Rhodes' body. Sarah jumps down, but is attacked by someone hiding in a cabinet. She defends herself and discovers it's Salazar, who hid in the cabinet before the chaos began. They grab the car keys and return to the vents, unaware that Rhodes is reanimating as a zombie. He eats his own eye and grabs Sarah, using her as a counterweight to climb into the vent since he has no legs. Sarah kicks his face to make him let go and moves faster. In another room, zombies hit the vents with mops and tools until they break through, causing Sarah's legs to fall through a hole. The creatures grab at her feet and Rhodes gets closer. Salazar returns just in time, pulling Sarah out of the hole. They rush to the room with Logan. As Crane tries to close the vent, Rhodes appears and bites his hand. Sarah quickly grabs bleach and pours it on the wound, hoping to disinfect it. Salazar warily pulls out his gun, ready to shoot, but Sarah shields Crane while Logan insists the bleach might work. Rhodes keeps making noises in the vent, and Salazar shoots him, killing him for good. Sarah promises to kill Crane if he turns, convincing Salazar to lower his gun. The group quickly makes weapons from items in the room, and Sarah takes one of Salazar's guns. Crane smashes the window with a chair, and they jump out to escape the hospital. A zombie immediately attacks, but Sarah's shots are ineffective. Salazar steps in and teaches her that only a headshot will kill a zombie. As more zombies approach, the soldiers fight together, using their makeshift weapons to kill the creatures. Logan, however, stands by and watches. Their tools prove effective, and they take down the surrounding zombies. But new zombies inside the hospital start leaping through the windows. The soldiers continue the battle, smashing heads and decapitating their enemies. Amid the chaos, Logan reveals he has a car and makes a run for it. A woman asks him for help, but he pushes her toward a zombie to buy himself time. He gets in the car and drives off. The group notices and curses him, but they have no time to dwell on it as more zombies approach. Hiding behind a car, they light Molotov bombs and throw them at the zombies, starting a massive fire that burns the creatures. They then run to Rhodes' car, killing a few zombies that dodge the flames before getting in. More creatures cling to the vehicle, but Sarah drives fast to shake them off. The group leaves the hospital and drives through the town, witnessing death and destruction everywhere. They find a gun store, and Sarah ties Crane up in the car for safety before entering the shop with Salazar. Crane starts bleeding, and by the time Sarah and Salazar return with a pile of weapons, he has already turned into a zombie. Salazar wants to kill him, but Sarah convinces him not to, as Crane is restrained and harmless. They quickly drive away before the zombies get too close. At the radio station, a zombie tries to climb in using the emergency ladder, but Trevor drops a TV on its head, killing it. Back inside, Nina notices bloody tissues in the trash and grabs a knife, demanding the adults confess who is bleeding. They blame each other until Paul suddenly freezes and starts transforming into a zombie. Panicking, Nina stabs him in the head to stop him. Trevor uses the radio to send another message. As the soldiers prepare to leave town, Sarah hears her brother's voice on the radio and turns the car around, running over zombies to save time. At the station, Trevor spots Francine outside and rushes to her, ignoring Nina's warnings. Francine, now fully zombified, attacks him, but Sarah arrives and runs her over with the car. Trevor, devastated, refuses to believe what just happened, and Sarah reminds him that wasn't their mother anymore. Meanwhile, Nina goes upstairs to alert the old couple they're leaving, only to find the room empty. Behind the couch, she discovers the husband's corpse. Suddenly, the zombified wife attacks her from behind. Nina fights back, using anything she can find, even breaking furniture in the struggle. Trevor enters the room, and he and Nina start fighting her together with great teamwork. Outside, Salazar notices some survivors trapped behind a gate. They climb the gate to reach the soldiers, but zombies appear and devour them. Trevor and Nina push the monstrous wife through the window. As soon as she lands, Salazar and Sarah shoot her to death. The gunfire scares the zombies near the gate, allowing the group to escape in the car. During the ride, Salazar wonders why Crane doesn't attack them. Sarah remembers that Crane is vegetarian. Salazar keeps mocking and threatening Crane, clearly not trusting him. When they reach the roadblock, they find that the remaining soldiers have also turned into zombies. One zombie reaches into the car, so Trevor gets out and shoots it. Salazar and Sarah join him, killing as many zombies as they can, but the zombies keep coming. With no other choice, they get back in the car and drive away. Not knowing where to go, Trevor suggests an abandoned warehouse. Sarah drives the car through the woods, where they spot Kyle running among the trees. Kyle jumps ahead, smashes the car's front window, and causes it to lose control. As they struggle to keep Kyle's mouth away, the car crashes into a tree. Kyle gets stuck between the wood and broken glass, so Sarah shoots him in the head. The group continues on foot, bringing Crane with them. Salazar keeps threatening and insulting Crane, and by the time they reach the warehouse, Crane has had enough. Trevor shouts, revealing their location, and zombies soon break through the door and walls to attack. The humans open fire, but the enemies are too many to handle. Trevor urges his friends to follow him. As they head downstairs to the basement, the zombies aggressively surround Crane. The basement turns out to be a secure bunker. A few zombies try to follow, but the group shoots at them until they pass through the thick metal door and lock it. They open a back door and are shocked to find a fully equipped research facility. Searching the computers for answers, they discover all the data has been deleted by whoever was there before. Suddenly, they hear a noise. Sarah and Salazar search the rooms and find Logan destroying evidence. They threaten to shoot him, but Logan explains he was part of Project Wildfire, which researched biochemical agents. He insists the project didn't cause the zombie virus, but is interrupted by Trevor, who finds a video file on the computer. The video shows a scientist admitting their virus, created to attack foreign troops, mutated and went out of control. He explains he killed his infected colleagues before transforming into a zombie himself, destroying the camera as the recording ends. Hearing a roar nearby, the group leaves the office and encounters the zombified scientist. They shoot at him until he flees through the vents. Salazar and Sarah chase after him, but find he has escaped. Another zombie attacks Salazar, but he swiftly decapitates her. The duo returns to the others, shooting at the vents whenever they hear a noise. Logan doesn't know where the emergency exits are, but Salazar recognizes the bunker as a war model and says they only need to find the missile silos to escape. As the team walks through the corridors, the doctor grabs Logan from above, kills him, and throws his body in front of the others. The group hurries, but after wandering for a while, they still can't find the silo. Despite Salazar's protests, they decide to split up to cover more ground. Sarah and Salazar find the silo first and go through the first door without trouble. However, after crossing the corridor, they discover a room full of zombies. Both soldiers open fire, but the zombies surround Salazar and knock him down. He tells Sarah to leave before the creatures begin eating him. Sarah runs away, and Trevor pulls her into another safe room. Inside, she finds missile propulsion tanks, and the siblings work together to make fire throwers. Sarah returns to the corridor to draw the horde's attention, but the doctor appears behind her. As she struggles, Crane reveals himself in the horde. Remembering his feelings for Sarah, he starts firing until he runs out of bullets. Furious about this betrayal, the doctor releases Sarah and runs to decapitate Crane. Sarah shoots a zombie to grab everyone's attention and runs down the corridor. The zombies chase her, but when they reach the door, Trevor and Nina activate the tanks. Giant flames burn the zombies instantly, reaching every corner of the facility and leaving no monster standing. Afterward, the trio climbs out of the silo and finds Logan's car. As they drive away, they hear on the radio that the virus has been fully contained. However, a zombie is on the loose on the road. And that's how the movie ends. What did you think? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos. See you next time.